I don't know if I'm ready. It was so much easier when I was younger. Definitely need to get a real voiceover going after this. Right now, I'm going to throw out this top video track and use the real video. That was just the one I was dubbing against. This I don't know if I'm ready. It's so much easier when I speed it up. I have two different options. One is to use the time remapping, and the second option right now is to right-click on the clip and select speed and duration. Set the speed up to 200%. I want to do something around here. I think is an interesting shot if we just went back for a moment and forward in time. And that's what we're going to use as our transition into the next clip. And the next clip is this one, when he was younger. And the goal is to have this moment of going back in time and then cross dissolve into this clip that starts out slowly, since this is slow, matching the speed, and then it ramps up to something like 150%. So going around here, where he looks a little dazed or lost in thought, going to open up the timeline a little bit by pulling up the video area. Going to zoom in, then go to this badge, right click or control click on a Mac, time remap speed, control click on the rubber band at 100% at this frame. By control clicking, we're inserting a keyframe. And then hold down the control key and drag to the right to go back in time a bit. And up there in the program window, you can see how far back in time this key is being dragged. And when you let go, this is what we created so far without doing any ramping on it. Going to click on the left side to create a ramp. Maybe this ramp could go a little further. I'll cut this clip down here. Actually, the extra audio, don't want that to get in the way. Control K to cut it. Throw it away. Put these two next to one another. And he's going to lean in, and then the punch starts. So really, kind of like it, the fist starting here to match his leaning in going there. Like he's beating himself up for some reason. Control K. Selecting this clip, press Shift Delete to remove the clip and ripple backwards the whole video clip channel. So more like this. Next, going to go to this clip, right clip, and I kind of like the speed here. I'm going to experiment with a slow motion first. Right clicking on the FX, time remap, speed, control click on the rubber band to create our keyframe. This side of the rubber band I'm going to make slower by, let's say 20% slower, so down to 80. I went a little past that. Let's try 70. See how that looks. And then on this side, I'm going to drag this up to 150%. I'm going to separate the two sides of the key to create that ramp. I'll select that side of the key and just pull the tangent. If it's a little hard to see the tangent, zoom on in. And just click and drag to smooth it out. The tangent handler. Almost there. I think I should slide this over. I think it takes too long for him to ramp up to his full power. When you're in the middle of this track, you could click and drag in between to slide it on over. So whenever you see the double arrowhead, that allows you to drag over the displacement of time. And this person's now boxing with a lot of energy. And so the last thing is just to dissolve in between these two. The heads, I'm looking at the heads matching up. So it's good framing. For random clips, it's good framing. Selecting this clip, shift click on the other clip, pressing Shift D, which creates a cross dissolve. Cross dissolve only has to happen across 3 frames. So instead of 20 frames, like it is here, I'm going to type 3 or 4 in. Let's do 4. Alignment of the cross dissolve, center cut. So 2 on this side, 2 on that side. And there will be the cross dissolve going in between. And let's play out the whole clip. Maybe the audio has to slip a little bit.
It's much easier when I was younger.
Think younger.
When I was younger.
That word younger is when he's starting to remember. We have this first cross dissolve that's taking a while to happen. Selecting it. It's happening across a second. That's a lot of time as well. So let's fade up from black across 4 frames again. Keep it consistent. Let's go to the other side of the timeline. Get a little punching in. And by here is where we're going to fade out. I'm just going to cut that away. Selecting that delete key. Selecting this clip. Shift D. Press the other cross dissolve in at the end of the clip. I'll drag that off. Take 2. Making sure my icon looks like there's a bracket with the cross dissolve in the center of it. And I'll just drag it this way. I click under my effects. And I said I was going to keep everything to 4 frames. So with the dissolves selected, you can just click on the dissolve, clicking on it to make sure it's selected, making sure it says 4 frames. Re-rack this to the beginning.
I don't know if I'm ready. So much easier when I was younger.